Afternoon everybody. It's a cold, snowy March day and it's not a day for an allotment, I'm afraid. So if we're going to do a video, might do something suitable for a cold March day. Now it's Sunday. Generally the children come round for Sunday lunch. That means we're cooking for 7, sometimes 8. Up to now it's 7 today. There's no guarantee that that's going to stay at 7. So I'll just show you the day and then I'll tell you what we're going to do. As you can see, this is the day we have. Still bits of snow falling. So you'll understand why we're not planning on doing anything out on the allotment today. Windy, blowy. Have a little wooden greenhouse out here. You see it, the grey one at the back near the chimney. Now, the other day that got blown over, it blew the back panel out of it. I've had to dismantle it and put it all back together. So it's now got bricks stacked in it to keep it stable until we get something in it. Now let's go back to the kitchen. Right, so what we're going to do today is just a hearty one-pot dish. We've got this braising steak, there's 7 decent sized steaks of it, so we're going to use that. We're going to have a lot of veg in there. As you can possibly see, there's carrots, there's onions, there's celeriac, there's swede. If I could have found a turnip, I'd have put a turnip in, but I couldn't see one. There's new potatoes and there's old potatoes, and just snaffled away in the corner there's some shallots and small red onions that are all that are left from the plot, unless I went to the plot and got some of the shallots we were going to plant. Now, there's also 2 cabbage there, the small cabbage. They're not going to go in the one pot, they're going to go separately just to something green on the plate. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch this off and I'm going to go and peel things. You don't want to watch me peeling things, that's boring. So we'll be back in a bit. Right, we're going to start laying this out now. So the way I'm going to do this is, I'm going to put most of the vegetables on the bottom. You know, big hefty chunks, swedes about 1 inch cubes, celeriac, a lot of flavour, get that in. Now carrots, they'll add a lot of sweetness as well. I'm going to, big chunks. See, it's not a delicate dish this, so we'll get that. Now it's a cold day. You want decent, hefty chunks of food, and bear in mind this is almost one pot, and it's cooking for 7 or 8 people, so it is going to be full. Get that. These are old potatoes. We actually had to buy these, unfortunately, but I did go to a supermarket that sells wonkies. So these are wonkies. You can probably guess where they come from. Reasonable big chunks. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the steak on top of all this and let it it's cooked down into it, and then I'll put some onions and some new potatoes on top that will stay fairly solid. And if I've got enough room in the pot later, I'll do some dumplings. As I say, it's not going to be a meal for the faint-hearted, this one. Get it all down there. I'm hoping I'll have room for everything. It's looking rather full, isn't it? Right, we'll put that to the back there. We'll sprinkle these little onions on it, just been peeled whole, and we'll get back to the steak. Right, into the pestle and mortar, black peppercorns, some salt to help grind, and I like cumin, a bit of cumin, it adds a little bit of heat to it. So we'll put that in there and we'll grind it all up. And there we are, a nice sprinkle over all those steaks. Still got some left, and we'll sprinkle that on the other side when that side's frying. We'll just brown it off. Let's get the frying pan. Frying pan, quite hot, vegetable oil. Give it a minute to heat up. Right, there we are, starting to smoke a bit, fairly hot. Get those steaks in, give the other side a bit of seasoning. Remember, we're not trying to cook them through, just giving them a bit of colour. That'll do. Right, and we'll lay them neatly on the top there. This will sink down as it cooks, we hope. Right, there we are. There's the last two steaks done. Put them on there. What I've got here is I've got some stock cubes. I'm going to add some water, if you can see. Yeah, just about. And let those dissolve in boiling water. Give them a bit of a stir, let them break down. What I'm going to do in the interim is I'm going to sprinkle some Provençal herbs over this just to add a bit more flavour. Any herbs will do, it depends what you like. This is just what I've got. So, good sprinkling of herbs. Now that pan, it's had everything cooked in it, it's still hot. I'm going to put this in. Basically it's a pint of red wine. It's homemade, it's from a kit, it's homemade. Take everything off the bottom of the pan with it. And while that's doing that, I'm going to layer big chunks of onion on the top here and down the sides, and then we're going to add that and we're going to put it in the oven at quite a low temperature because people won't be eating for 4.5 hours. So in 4.5 hours at a low temperature the meat will be cooked, but the veg will should still have some texture to it, so it'll be good. Now these 6 onions here, and you know I said I was thinking of dumplings. Well, it looks like I've been a bit over ambitious with filling this, so I suspect dumpling might be a problem, but what I may do at the end is take the meat off the top and put the dumplings in, but keeping the meat warm. So that can go over there. Full pint of red wine. There we are. And This stopped when these cubes were broken. Something's just come in front of my face, falling down in front of my face. I don't know what the devil it was. Thought it was a spider's web or something. Now I say stock cubes, these were not cubes, they were half cubes. I'm not telling you whose they are because I'll probably get told off if I start mentioning company's name, but we'll pour that over. That's everything broken up. I've put a little bit of extra salt in this just to season it, and obviously during the cooking process I will taste the juices and adjust the seasoning to reflect what's required. I do tend to go for robust flavours though, so I can be a little heavy-handed at times. There we are. Now, I actually think I need a little bit more fluid in there, so I'll just pour some water that's just boiled in there. Get it to a level where I can see. And then we'll put the lid on. A preheated oven, about 120 degrees, and I'll put that in. I'll see you soon and show you what's happened. Right, so we've decided we are going to put some dumplings in this. So the first thing to do is you start off with 200 grams of suet. This is not your vegetable suet, this is full fat suet. And then we add twice the amount of water. So I'll zero that again, 200, so 400, not water, flour. 400 grams of flour. Yeah, that's only 150. And there's me knocking stuff all over the place. And when we've got 400 grams of flour in there and a bit of now that's an awful lot of dumplings, but the reason is there's 8 of us, so don't judge us. Put some salt in, and then, Catherine,
yeah?
I will have my minion rub it together. Would you mind doing the minion job?
Yeah, sure.
Right, we've not had a change of plan, but we've had a change of pans. The meat I've taken out of here, so it still needs a bit more cooking. I'll put it in that pan, still in some of the sauce, and it's going to cook in there while the dumplings are done. But dumplings, my minion mixed that for me, and now it's going to get mixed with lager or a fizzy beer. This is the trick to making your dumplings light and fluffy. You're only light and fluffy the first time while they're hot. If you save them for cold, they do like most dumplings, go a bit stodgy. This is not a light meal. This is the one to keep you going on a cold, wet day. So you mix this and you mix it till it's quite a stiff paste. And then we roll it out and make about 16 balls. Considering there's 8 of us, that's just 2 dumplings each. It's not an awful lot. And the dumplings are going to cook in here, in the juices of everything. So they'll absorb all the flavour. Now you do lots of things with dumplings. If you want to, you can put ginger in them, you can put garlic in them, you can put herbs in them. You could possibly even do this with cider if you was having pork, because it add a bit of sweetness to them. So don't be afraid of mixing stuff into dumplings. So I'll just get on with this and I'll come back when I've done that. Another little thing I didn't mention earlier is, for the sake of flavour, I did add soy sauce and Worcester sauce in here. And this is something you've probably not heard of. And it's quite difficult to get hold of. And I'm trying to use it at the present moment. This is miso powder. Don't mistake it with miso soup powder. It's miso powder. It's a freeze-dried miso powder. You can get this, the white one, and you get a red one. And you use it in place of a lot of the salt. So it's low salt, but it adds flavour. So this should add flavour, and I think the Japanese would probably call it the umami flavour, the savouriness. So you mix that in and let it. It's quite difficult to get hold of. I had to do a lot of research to get hold of that, and at the present moment I'm still experimenting with it. So it is experimental. Please accept that. And now I've got these, and then say I want 8 out of this. So there we are. So roll it into balls, put it in there, and I'll end up with 16 of these. Then we'll put it back in the oven, and it's half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour for them to cook, and then we're good to go. So I'll show you that in a minute. Right, the time has come. The actual meat has been simmering in there a bit longer because we didn't have enough room, but I'll show you the rest of it. And here it comes out. Oh dear! Hot and steaming from the oven. Look at that. Look at those dumplings. There we are, perfect soft dumplings. So what we're going to do, we're going to put the meat on the plates, put that on the middle of the table, and people will serve themselves. So I hope it's been of interest to you. So we're going to get off and eat our meal now. Bye everybody.